Alright guys, this right here is something that I never leave home without. This is my self-built first aid kit. I put this together over years of traveling with my family and extended family and learning the hard way what you actually need and what you don't. This isn't one of those cheap pre-made kits that you buy on Amazon. This is a real-world tested first aid kit. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Big Todd, and if you're into real gear, real experience, and practical setups for everyday life, you're in the right place. Today I'm going to break down my personal first aid kit that I keep in my truck at all times. It goes everywhere with me. What's in it, why I carry it, and what I've added over time traveling with my family and extended family. So here's the deal, guys. Most store-bought first aid kits, except for those expensive high-end kits, and I have some of those too, they look good, but they're missing the stuff that you actually need when something goes wrong, or you're away on vacation, or something like that. I got tired of digging through the junk to find the stuff that I could use. So over the years, I built this kit here based on real-life situations. Road trips, kids getting hurt, fixing braces, minor emergency, stuff that actually happens. So this is what I use. I use the Apache 3800 that you can get from Harbor Freight. They're waterproof and they're rugged. They can knock around in the truck. They can knock around in the back of the truck. And I try to keep it organized so I'm not digging around aimlessly for things, but you'll see. It doesn't really work that great for me. The bad thing about this thing is I had this sitting in my garage one day, or I actually had a smaller one in my garage one day, and it was black. And it was sitting kind of by the garage door, and somebody stole it. They assumed that there was a gun box, I guess. They thought maybe my guns were in it and I'd leave them sitting out there foolishly. But nope. To their surprise, it was a well put together first aid kit that I foolishly left at the edge of the garage. So let's switch camera angles and let's get into what I actually have in this box. So guys, as we go through this kit, I'm going to try to explain to you why I have what I have in here. If there's some odd or different items that you wouldn't normally find in a first aid kit. But if you see anything that I don't explain, hit me up in the comments and ask me, and I'll try to explain my best. So here we go. Like I said, the Apache 3800 kit. And this is what we've got when we open it up. That is crammed, packed, full of stuff. And most of this stuff I never use, and hopefully I never will have to use. But a lot of it is, I've got it if I need it. Right? So when we travel, we always travel with my brother-in-laws and their kids and my in-laws and obviously my wife and my kids, and it's just always something, right? I learned a long time ago when we were going out on the boat a lot that I needed a good waterproof kit, first aid kit, because people are always getting cut, this, that, and the other, and nobody ever had anything. So I put this together and I became known in the family as the guy with the first aid kit. So let's get into it. First thing I did is I got this tweezer set off of Amazon, and I'm going to tell you what, this thing is invaluable. I probably use this more than anything I've got is this tweezer set. And you can see it's got 4 different types, and I'll be honest with you, these are the 2 that I use the most. We've got some little kids in the family, and they get splinters, right? Splinters happen. They happen a lot. They happen to me. I get them quite a bit. So I do keep a sharp needle in here along with my tweezers, and I can get the splinters out. I'm the guy to go to, right? Now that being said, I do carry something with this box that doesn't actually fit in it. Maybe I'll try to get a bigger box one day to fit these in there. But guys, I'm telling you what, I'm 50 now, and the old eyeballs aren't what they used to be. So I got this on Amazon. Now this fits right on your head, and they're magnified. So now I can work here with both hands, and I've got the magnification. If I don't need it, I just flip it up. But it allows me, and I can also still get a headlamp on top of this in case I need a lot more light. So these guys, for the vision challenged, these are worth their weight in gold. And they're not expensive either. I can't remember what the power is on these. But it's not a lot of magnification, but it's enough. Next up, we have Band-Aids. Obviously, I'm getting a little low. I gave my other Band-Aids away on prom night. The girls were having problems with their shoes, so I just gave them my bag of Band-Aids. I said, use what you need. Never saw them again. So I got to restock on Band-Aids, but these are the water block Band-Aids that I have here to make sure water can't get in a cut or something like that. I do have a first aid pocket mask with the one-way valve. I carry a couple of rags, a couple clean rags. You never know what you're going to need. I carry some very small needle nose pliers and some close-knit snips right here. And also carry those with some alcohol wipes. I've cleaned these with alcohol. I've deconned them. They should be good to go. But I travel with kids that have braces. And inevitably, we'll get somewhere, and one of my kids will come to me, or one of my nieces or nephews will come to me, and they'll be like, I got a wire that's poking me. So I can clean it with this alcohol wipe. I can get back there, and I can clip that little piece of wire off, and it won't ruin the whole day. So that's what I use these for. Now, we were on the west coast of Florida scalloping one time, and my brother-in-law lost the screw out of his glasses, and it really messed him up. So he was left with nothing but contacts. And he asked me, he said, do you have an eyeglass repair kit? I didn't have one. But you guess what? As soon as I got home, I ordered one. It's got all the screwdrivers, and then in the kit, it's got all the different size screws and the nose pads and everything. I can fix a pair of glasses now. Haven't needed it since, but I got it. And yeah, guys, I know this case is waterproof, but I keep everything in these Ziploc bags just in case. You know, I like to keep them separated as well. We do carry some Gold Bond, a little thing of Gold Bond. That always helps. Another pack of wet wipes and antibacterial wipes. Alcohol wipes and antibacterial wipes with a couple more needles and some more tweezers just in case. Keep some flossing plackers. I got a Chem Light. Don't know what I need that for in a first aid kit, but I got it. I've got all the ointments. I've got the ointments for ringworm, for fever blisters, for after bites, all these ointments here. I've got nitrile gloves. You never know if you come across somebody that's bleeding, needs first aid. You got your pocket mask and you got your nitrile gloves. You don't want those bloodborne diseases if you don't know the person. So you got that. I do carry earplugs. You never know when you're going to need them. And then all kind of antacid tablets and stomach-type medicine. Then I do carry some hydration packets for bottles of water. And I do carry a couple of small syringes in case we have to give somebody insulin or something like that. I've got a small sewing kit with a little bit of thread and some buttons and some needles because my button came off one time on my favorite pair of board shorts. So I was able to sew another button back on and be good to go. We always carry a little children's Benadryl. My wife is big on Benadryl. She doesn't travel without Benadryl, just in case those allergic reactions or something like that. We got a couple of major wound compresses. We've got liquid gels, ibuprofen. We have got this cream, and I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but we found out about this stuff when our kids were really small and they were babies, and this is great for any kind of rubberall or diaper rash or anything like this. This is actually medicated, and it works great. Carry a tub of that. You carry a little small fire kit. I've got some alcohol. I've got some cotton balls soaked in Vaseline in here, and a couple of Bic lighters. Got some children's ibuprofen. That's come in handy a few times. More alcohol wipes, and then I have some fire burn spray. This burn spray is actually wonderful because it's got lidocaine in it. So if you get somebody that's got a minor burn, you can spray it with this, and within 30 minutes, a lot of the pain has gone away. So that lidocaine is very helpful. Preparation H hemorrhoid wipes. Don't leave home without them. We've got eardrops for swimmer's ear, just some tissues. This is a little expandable straw that I got somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't know. In case you need a straw. We got some Dayquil. We have an arm sling in case you need that. We do have some lancets for a blood sugar meter. Keep the blood sugar meter in my backpack. We got some athletic tape. We got some Gorilla tape. We got an ace bandage. We got some hand sanitizer. We got some adult, more ibuprofen. We have some eyelid scrub. Now this came in really handy one time. I can't remember if it was my wife or my sister-in-law. They ended up needing an eyelid scrub, and I didn't even know they made such a thing until I found it, and it worked great for them. Then we have just a little bit of emergency purified drinking water. I just had this from another kit and threw it in here. You never know. We got some little bitty things of Crest toothpaste. And we got some tongue depressors, in case you need to make a finger splint or something like that. Vicks Vapor Rub. You never know when you're going to need it. I do carry a little bit of my blood pressure medicine, just in case I forget my meds. And then just a saline nasal spray. Like I said, we have the major wound compresses, all general purpose 3x3 gauze, instant cold compress. We got a couple of those, and then just some gauze. Plenty of rolled up gauze, some square patch gauze, and then I do carry 250 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide and 250 milliliters of alcohol. And I keep those in Nalgene bottles in a Ziploc bag. Carry some Bonine for motion sickness. Some waterproof matches, you never know. And then a Swiss Army knife, some chapstick, some medical shears, a couple of little things of this floss. There's nothing worse than having something stuck in your teeth and you can't get it out. You don't have any floss. We got some aspirin, more lip balm, chapstick. I do carry a contact case. Sometimes my wife or my brother-in-laws and my wife, they all wear contacts, so you never know if they forget it. They might need a little case to put their contacts in overnight. I got some more athletic tape. I've got some moleskin here. And then, I'm sorry, this is kinesiology tape. And then I have a marker and a ballpoint pen. And the reason why I carry this marker is if somebody gets a bite or a stick or something like that and it's red around it, I want to draw a line around it and see if that redness is getting bigger over the next few hours or day or whatever. So that's why I carry that marker. Then we have some pre-wrap, some fingernail clippers, and some bowl skin. And then we have a couple of China virus masks. These are the KN95 masks. Some wet wipes. And then some iodine swabs. And that's it, guys. That is pretty much everything in my kit. And I know there's plenty more I could probably add to it, but I don't have a trunk. I just have this case. Like I said, if there's anything that I didn't explain, you don't understand why I have it in here, please leave it in the comments. Let me know. If there's anything that you think I'm missing, put it in the comments. Let me know. I'm always looking to get my kit better. But like I said, 90% of this stuff I don't use. It's mainly tweezers and band-aids for me. But if I need it, I got it. Hey guys, I've used this kit more than I ever thought I would. But like I said, it's mainly just tweezers and band-aids for me. But I got all this other stuff just in case I need it. Nothing crazy, but enough to know that my setup works. And when you've got family with you, being prepared just hits different. I recommend everybody build their own personal first aid kit rather than buying the mass marketed ones out there. You don't need to go overboard, but having something like this in your truck or in your car, it can turn a bad situation into something really manageable really quick. Hey guys, if you got any value out of this, please do me a favor, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It only takes you a second to hit those buttons, and it really helps me out with the algorithm. Guys, I need all the subscribers I can get. I'm working towards 1,000. And do me a favor, drop me a comment. What do you carry in your first aid kit? What am I missing in mine? I'm always looking to improve, and I'll bring that to you. Until next time, guys, stay safe, stay prepared, have a great day, and God bless.